Hello and welcome to another Workout Wednesday as I train to break 11 seconds in the 100 meters. Last week we were talking spikes and we talked spikes with Brooks Running. I'll link that video right here. But you saw that they gave me a pair of the new Quick 3. These are so beautiful, but I want to make sure that the function meets the form. I want to make sure that these can actually perform the way they say they're going to. So today, I'm gonna spike up in these brand new spikes and I'm gonna put a ton of force through them. I mean, as much force as I possibly can. Today, I'm gonna do fly 20s. And by that, I mean I'm gonna run 20 meters on the fly and time it. I'm gonna hit these things as fast as I possibly can, putting as much into the track and getting as much out as I possibly can with these Quick 3s. As usual, we are going to be using the free lap timing system today to get timing within 100th of a second. Now, I'm gonna run 3 of these and I'm gonna give it everything I got for 20 meters times 3. We'll average them out and check out what my top end speed is. Let's get set up. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing this is I have this underlying suspicion that my top end speed is probably sufficient to break 11 seconds. I'm gonna run this 20 meters as fast as I can and I'll multiply that by 5, right? That's 100 meters. And my guess is that if I do that, it's under 11 seconds, which would mean that I need to work on my strength and I need to work on my start. I think my top end speed is sufficient and we'll know in about 60 meters worth of running here in just a minute. Now, before I get started cranking 20 meters as hard as I can, I need to do a proper warm-up so I don't hurt myself and I don't pull a muscle. For those of you who have just started following me, I did show my world-class warm-up for runners. It's right here. It's the warm-up that I did before every practice and every single race as a professional, and I'm gonna do it right now. Now that I'm warmed up, I get to put my pretty new spikes on. You know, I'm a little nervous about this one, mainly just because maybe I'm overconfident. Maybe I think my top end speed's better than it is. But, you know, I like to get good data. I like to have this free lap timing system that gives me that really good 100th of a second data, so I know where I need to focus my time and energy on. If I was still a pro athlete and I could train full-time around the clock, I'd be focusing on everything. I'd be working on strength and lifting and starts and plyometrics and everything that goes into making a great sprinter. I don't have the luxury of that, so I've really got to focus my time on the areas that I know I can improve on. And right now, if my top end speed's there, then it really comes down to, you know, sprint endurance and start. So I have to get this data right now. And now that I have my spikes, my sprint spikes, I can really do a proper test. All right, I finished setting up the cones. They're exactly 20 meters apart. The first one's set for start, the last one's set for finish. Each time I cross the magnetic radius of those towers, it'll trigger the start and it'll trigger the finish, and we can go check out the clock and see what I ran for 20 meters on the fly. Now, I'm really trying to focus to be at full speed 5 meters before I even get to that first cone. This is truly gonna measure the fastest that I can cover 20 meters, and we'll learn a lot from this. So here it goes. Fingers crossed I don't hurt myself. Now, I know you guys want to know what that time was, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to make you guys watch all 3 before I tell you the times, but let's just say I'm pretty happy with it. All right, let's check the times. FAT. The first one was 189, the second one was 185, and the third one was 186. All right, so let's say we average it out. Average the 3 comes to 187, right? 1.87 seconds for me to cover that 20 meters. You multiply that by 5, and suddenly I'm running a 9.35 second 100 meters, right? That would be the world record. That makes me feel really good. Now, obviously, when you run a 100-meter race, you don't get to run it on the fly. You don't get to pick your fastest 20 and extrapolate it. You got to run the full 100 from a block start. So what this tells me is that my top end speed is right where it needs to be. I have the speed to break 11, but that's just one piece of a very complex puzzle. I now have to work on speed endurance, being able to hold that speed for a long time, and I really, really need to work on my start, or my non-existent start really, because I've never actually done blocks. I have a feeling that the difference between me breaking 11 seconds this summer and not is largely going to come down to whether or not I can use blocks efficiently and effectively and really have a fantastic start. So it's about time I stop talking about it and start learning. So next week, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to learn how to use blocks. I hope you guys found this one fun, a little bit informative. I know I certainly did. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. We'll practice blocks together. See you then.